From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Straight ahead, a rematch from Super Bowl 57, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started.
And we are underway from Kansas City. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Mahomes going to put it up right away. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's to the speedster Olamide Zaccheaus. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. They go play action with Hurts. He's got Smith here. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as the tackle made down at the 33.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play.
And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Throwing is Hurts. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. It'll wind up being a gain of 5 there on 4th and 2.
A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Trent McDuffie getting the chance to blitz and finishing it off with a sack. On 2nd down, Swift. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there and a nicely bit off. A pretty decent game.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Here's Hurts to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback, Maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try to slow that pressure down.
So an 8-play drive gets him down there, but play number 9, that winds up a missed field goal.
And they definitely moved the ball well. That's a drive where you hate to come away with nothing.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Remember last time out, they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Mahomes going to throw. Screen play, McKinnon. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Given 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure.
Touchdown, Eagles! A.J. Brown, 53 yards. And the Eagles are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession, as they've got it as we resume action. Elliott now to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Patrick going to change the play. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 6 there on the first down play. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting third from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Hurts. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Charles certainly circled that play. We'll have to revisit it later. They have 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and try to break.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said, take the 3. But it looks like they burned the book and just said, give me the analytics. And the analytics said, go for it. Didn't work out.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Here's Mahomes to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Hurts. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here after 33. So this defense coming up with a takeaway. And maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
They've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true. But you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Now here's Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Work in the middle of the field, and he's he's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Pacheco gets it up the gut, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Mahomes used to moving quickly in college, trying to get his guys to the line. Now Patrick going to change the play.
Eagles 38-yard line.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They'll run here with Pacheco. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
The 9-yard line.
This is not the end. I don't need to.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. After the sack, they come up on 3rd and goal from the 18. Now Mahomes. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
On first down, Mahomes. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Just the 1 touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Now a give right side Swift. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
difference for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They're all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll move the chains.
Here's Swift.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
DeAndre Swift.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well.
Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake.
And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Reed Blankenship.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Once again, it's Swift.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Burt sets up to throw it. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. An audible here to get a new look. Mahomes throwing on 4th. He's got his target. That's complete. He's to the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, 68 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So
over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
We're back now in KC. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. He'll drop this one off to Swift. They'll wind up getting just a yard. That brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Oh, they're changing this at the line. And 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Mahomes now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. That'll be caught by Rice. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 3. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Give that sack to Nakobe Dean. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And Butker pulled it. It's no good, and that will keep the lead at 8.
Looked like he might have overcompensated there for being on the right hash because you got to make sure you get the angle right. But that time he started it too far left and winds up hooking it way too far.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The Eagles send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. Here's Hurts to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. When Mahomes sees something, he'll change the play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now they'll change things around before the snap. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. A big play looming on 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
It's 4th down.
Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
Now the 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And that should do it. He's got a first down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here. They will run straight ahead with Swift.
Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes.
He's got a man complete.
Down to the 10.
And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope. No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where Coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And, of course, this is a win they're going to hang their hat on. They go on the road and defeat the defending Super Bowl champions. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara.
Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47, -1 Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway.
Start on the ground with McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Calling a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Purdy bootlegging it. Steps away. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he gets
gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
You see Purdy, he's going to shift him around.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Purdy to throw again on 2nd and 10.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and shorted the sticks.
And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Purdy to throw it on 1st down. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stephens. And the Ravens are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. After the interception, here's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
And now an audible here into something else.
They go play action with Jackson. Flush to his right.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
First carry now for Gus Edwards. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That sack was by Isaiah Oliver from his cornerback position. Play action. Now Jackson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try to match his athleticism.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
yards. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. McCaffrey running up the middle. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. From the 35, here's 2nd and 9. Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. Purdy. That is caught by the tight end Keller. Touchdown, 49ers. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Jackson. And this one too low.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Steps away to his left. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that's going to be incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling it now and letting it be known the points won't come so easy again.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Niners take over in terrific field position. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Here's a diving catch right side. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll go with Hill here on first down. Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big run there. 29 yards and a first.
This is a little bit. Here, strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And now Jackson will look to throw it. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9. brings up 2nd and 1 at the 49ers 3-yard line.
From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Lamar changing the look. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Jackson now, eluding the pressure right. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
That's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler, first-round pick back in 2012. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Tucker's kick is good, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
That's how it's done.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now Jackson on first down. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
49ers 6.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. That one complete to Hill. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Well, they showed a 5-receiver set, had the backfield empty, and lined the running back out to the left. Plenty for the quarterback to process both pre- and post-snap, but he was able to find his man, and it turns into a big play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Play action, it's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to hold that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They cannot afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And a sliding stop, but from where they mark it, he has the first down. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So a bold call, but this drive will forge on. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now Jackson on 2nd down. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it. It's Hill. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Justice Hill, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up 1st downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Niners take over 1st and 10.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
They're going option play on third down.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
How about this? They'll change it at the line. Purdy, big fourth down play.
A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Second and a couple.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
Jackson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Jackson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Touchdown!
Patrick Ricard
from 3 yards out.
And the Ravens up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
And they're going to have lousy starting field position as he's out of bounds at his 6-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they...
It got his man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
1st and 10 at the 37.
And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else.
They go play action here on first down.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
36 yards. First down, Ravens.
They go play action with Jackson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
At the 40-yard line.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Flushed out. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Play action. Now Purdy.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. His throw incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
13.
On the counter now, it's Dobbins.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On second down, Jackson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit, but as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Play action. Now Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They go play action now. Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly...